Starting the current lesson.
This is Corey, aka Correal Thoughts, and this is actually Life is a Traffic Jam podcast. This is another segment of the Correal Thoughts, Mother's House podcast. And I'm just going to give it to y'all what is on my mind and what I'm thinking about while, driving or riding, while you're riding or driving and stuck in a traffic jam or in life, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to make it through. Life is a traffic jam. But during the traffic jam, you need to be patient. While you're being patient, think of a master plan. Think of the best route to get out. That's what you do when you're in a traffic jam. So, let's get right into it. So, we got a lot of issues popping up. Dove showing their racist ass. I don't know why people are, thinking that some of these companies, some of these corporations don't have racist bone in their body, but they've been showing their racist asses for years, you know what I'm saying? But Dove want to go ahead and broadcast and show their old dusty asses on Facebook by posting an ad displaying a black woman is dirty and a white woman that's clean. Like, what kind of shit is that? You know what I mean? That just doesn't make sense. That's it's very totalitarianism type of shit. That's some shit that the whole propaganda that Hitler movement was doing towards the Jewish people, the whole propaganda that they were doing towards black people during since our inception in this country, is like trying to paint us as dirty, to paint us as lazy, paint us as barbaric. You know what I'm saying? And even African people, that's why we have got some people who don't like African people or don't try to identify with Africa because of the propaganda that was played to Americans about Africa and their own beautiful skin, and trying to continue to devalue black people. Humanity and their it's crazy. It's 2017, folks. Like, this it doesn't make no damn sense. So we got that issue popping up, right? And then we also got another issue with the FBI is trying to say that black extremists, black people who trying to find a self-identity, or who say they're woke, they are one of the biggest threats in America. Like, what the fuck? Like, really? Last time I checked, the people who are woke, they ain't causing walking around with tiki masks and what I'm saying, jumping on folks and nothing like that. No, last time I checked, most woke people are just trying to survive within this damn system, trying to get by within this damn system. And you saying that we're the FBI threat? We're the threat? Really, FBI? Come on now. But we know what it is. That's the whole thing. We know what this is. We know where this came from. We know what this looked like. We've been through this before. You know what I'm saying? We're still going through it. And that's the most upsetting part and the most outrageous part about the whole situation. We got to get to a point as black men and black women, as people, period, to a point where we don't even feed into their nonsense, because we know our damn self-value, but we have to keep mindful of the agents that's out there. There's a lot of agent talk being spewed online. There's a lot of agent talk. You got to mind the field when you be on these online sites. You got to mind the field. I saw another disturbing thing, which we are going to touch on. We're going to touch on all these things on the Mother's House podcast. Coming soon, coming on Wednesday. And that's when we usually upload. But we definitely have to take time to mind the field. But I'm speaking to you as it's just a brother who's concerned of your mental health. I know this stuff gets stressful, it gets tiring, it gets mad sickening, it piss you off. You know what I'm saying? But don't let these dusty motherfuckers piss you off. You know what I'm saying? Don't let ignorance, sarcasm about you as a black man or as a black woman get you so down and so beat up, or beat you down to the point where you don't feel, your value. You know what I'm saying? You are valued within every orifice of who you are as a person. Like we gotta get to the point where we can actually see, the humanity within ourselves, and we gotta get to the point where we get so united that none of this shit phases us, because we able to support each other and don't have to deal with no doves. You don't really have to deal with a fucking dove company. We got a lot of black African soaps out there. You got Nubian. You got a lot of different companies that has black black beauty skin care things, like a whole bunch of them. I can't really think of them right off the top of my head. I'm going right off the top of my head with this, but there's a lot of different companies that's black owned. Just go on buyblack.com and you'll find them. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to go to the Doves. We don't have to go to the Mary Kay. We don't have to go to these companies that does not value us, and I don't think we should. I don't think they have never shown value to us. So why the fuck do we? And even if they come out with a fucking apology, or if they did, they more than likely already did. Still don't go buy the shit. Like, don't go buy, with a company that's trying to label you as dirty. You dig what I'm saying? And they been saying that, and now they're just showing you blatantly what the fuck they really think about you. Like, don't go back and try to, make them feel shameful and then go right back and do it. I think that's a whack. That's one problem with a lot of I see with our millennial black folks. Like, we gotta get out of the symbolic victories. Symbolism is cool and all. It makes you feel good, but it's like kind of like the church a little bit. Kind of like, and I ain't saying church is bad, but it's like, it's that false hope, that false that hope that just shuts you up. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to be shut up. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to get to a point where we just shut up. We don't need to get to the point where we just comfortable. You dig what I'm saying? What the fuck the way they treating us behind our apology. Like, fuck that. That same thing I had issues with the whole taking a knee shit, man. I'm tired of symbolic victories. This not, and I never was trying to attack Colin Kaepernick. I respect the brother, but and what he did, but the whole issue with that was nobody really standing on what the fuck he took a knee for. Like, we're not even talking about it. We're talking about him having a job in the NFL, when the whole issue is about black and brown bodies being killed. We're not even talking about that. We're talking about this man having a job. This man want to be back in the NFL. When he took a knee to trying to speak up for us, now we need to stand up for, to boycott for him, because he did that for us. So why we're not doing it, period, because they not even showing respect towards this man want to stand up and protest for black people. That's the main reason we should not be watching the NFL. Not because he can't get a fucking job and they won't put him on the field. And when they put him on the field, we need to go back out there and watch it again. That's the issue with millennials in this generation. We're not disciplined enough to really go out there and hit these people where the pocket's at. We claim that we can do it. We claim that we can boycott. We claim we so fucking woke. We claim we so fucking woke. But are we really? Are we really woke enough to really challenge the system? Are we really woke enough to take sacrifices to better ourselves, to better our children, better our children's children? Are we looking at our children's children? Do we even want children as millennials? You dig what I'm saying? We got to really think about these things and have these real deep conversations. But if you like this video, hit that like button, hit the bell, subscribe. Definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Let's have a conversation. Let's build. Let's stop all this. We do a lot of talking online, and then on top of that, don't put too much information on this on every website. You gotta be careful, because like I said, the FBI is definitely taking a look. They're definitely taking a look. So you gotta get creative and smart and tactful. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be tactful in what you're gonna discuss when you're dealing with a system or people that trying to get rid of you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be very tactful. And not just go for black folks, they go for white folks too, who's trying to be righteous and, you know, trying to be on the right side of history or whatever. You know, you gotta be tactful, man. You gotta be tactful. You can't be tasteless. You can't just be reckless out here, because these motherfuckers will get you caught up quick. These people will get you caught up quick. So just keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Stay away from the Asian talk. Recognize what the Asian talk look like. Recognize what people are saying. Like, that don't sound right. That sounds like you trying to get me caught up. You dig what I'm saying? So be mindful of that. You know, just you know, be humble. Try to live your life, and don't get too and don't waste your time. You know, don't waste your time trying to figure out what the hell going on. In a sense of where it's going to affect your mental health. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is stressing you out to the point where you can't even see straight. You don't even want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? It's making you depressed. Like, dude, please seek help. Please, you know, talk to people. But at the end of the day, you know, just do your thing, man. Be happy. Stay humble. And really just don't pay these dusty people. I'm about to cuss again. Pay these dusty people any attention. Until then, until next week on Wednesday. This week on Wednesday, we'll be having an upload of the Mother's House podcast on these various topics, where I'm going to discuss these topics with my cousin, DESHAUN DURON. You can definitely catch me at the George Patterson. Link be in the description. Like I said again, please like, comment, subscribe. Let's build on these topics. Build with your family in person. Don't necessarily have to do it online. If you don't feel like commenting, hey, that's cool. No love lost. Just talk about these type of issues, and let's have a conversation amongst our friends, amongst our loved ones. Until next time, peace, love, and light to the world. And catch y'all next time. Peace.